G'day everyone, Peter here. I just want to do a review on a Hanbon Forge 1095 DH katana that was sent to me on behalf of Hanbon. Yao sent me this sword, thank you Yao. I paid nothing for it, it was totally free. So I just want to make that clear and let's have a look at it. Okay, here we have the blade. Hanbon. Well, in some places the Hanbon tends to dip down very close to the edge. You can see it there a couple of times. A bit difficult to see, you got to get in the right light. You can notice it. Some people consider this a fatal flaw. Would I use this on hard targets? No, I would not use this on bamboo, seeing as how close the actual Hanbon comes to the edge. Soft targets yet, not a problem. Noodles, bottles, unsure about mats, I would never cut them, but yeah, soft targets only. Otherwise you may have an issue. Here we go, the Sakar. The Mikugi pegs are very, very difficult to get out. Edo sits okay. We'll have a bit better look at that later on. Here we are, the Kashira hand. Casting on the Kashira eagle head. Fits with the whole theme of the sword. It is an eagle-themed sword. Hence why the Mikugi were feather-shaped. It looks actually better in person than it does show on images. It's actually not too bad. I was actually pretty impressed with how well it looks. You can see here again the Edo diamonds are reasonably well made. We get to the Minuki, we'll discuss that in a moment. Sakar was very, very difficult to get off. You'll see why later on as I show images in the cargo. Had to use a hammer to and some timber. There's a shot of the Fuchi. Casting's pretty good on that. Fuchi sits a little bit loose. Very, very minimal movement while it's fitted. Not too bad. It's an entry level sword in my opinion. Hibaki sits okay. Here we go again on the opposite side. It's sort of the Emoti side. It's okay. The Hanbon looks better there. You need to really get it in certain lights to actually see it dipping down to the har itself. It's not too bad. I plex tested this blade. It's not going to bend or anything like that, so it seems tough enough. As far as I know, the heat treatment's okay. Kasaki seems a little bit longer than most of the other Kasaki I've seen, but it's just sanded in. It's okay. Well, it's not a bad looking sword really. We get over here to the have a good look at it. Please. Ignore the orange socks. Here we have a shot of the Suba. As I said, eagle theme. Got some branches there with leaves on them. It looks a lot better in person than it does on the site. I mean, on the site it looks so shiny and gaudy, and it looked a bit rough. I was sort of thinking, it's not the style I would have chosen. I prefer a solid Suba, but it's okay. It brings the balance more towards the blade Kasaki end rather than the Sakar end, okay? So the timber finish based in clear OSB spray paint, it's okay. It's not too bad. Not the colour I would have chosen myself. It's grown on me. It's okay. It's not too bad. The Kurigata, Koiguchi and Kajira, I'm not sure whether they're made of horn or some sort of plastic. Hard to tell. I can't really tell. I'm thinking it's plastic. Maybe Al will pop in another time and let me know. It looks decent. It's sort of grown on me, like I said. It's unusual. And here we have the Edo over the Minuki. Not real happy about that. Quite a lot of movement there. I'm not putting much force on it. They move quite readily. I could feel it moving under my hands as I was air striking and cutting noodles. They move. Otherwise, elsewhere on the Sakar, the Edo's nice and tight. You need quite a bit of force. You can see there's not much force happening there. Just a bit loose over them. Nice and tight. Diamonds are reasonably even. That's okay. The Edo frays a bit, so it's a bit of a synthetic. That's all right. Just ran the lighter over that, quickly burn some of that off. Kashira casting close up, not too bad. Fuchi casting close up, it's okay. They, like I said, look a lot better in person. Bit of a wear through there on the Fuchi. That's minimal. Like I said, Fuji fits okay. Here we can see the Kashira fits a little bit proud there on the half side, but it's you know, cheap sword. It's okay. Habaki actually fits quite well for what it is. I believe it's been sanded down. It's been put on the sword and then sanded down to fit. You can see in a couple of more images coming up. You'll see what I mean. How it's been ground just there. A little bit funny looking. A little bit funny looking here. You can see there it's ground so fine down the bottom there. It's the actual haar's cutting through. Close up of the Manuki feather theme. Again. Another close up of the other side. Not too bad. Okay, come the knots. A Modi knot. It's all right. You know, Ura knot. All right. One of them was a bit frayed. I had to actually cut a little bit of the fraying off. I might actually put a bit of glue on those. Nakago. Okay. Kashira end. That was all right. And we're coming up to the Fuchi end, and really big burr there. That's why I was having difficulty with it. Getting the Sakar off. 30 seconds for the file. That's all it took. I don't know why these guys don't do it. 30 seconds. And it was all fixed. No dramas with the scar. Little cropped image there. I couldn't do much about it cropping, but that's the cargo in its entirety. Not too bad. It's all right. You know, we know it's full cargo. Okay, coming up to the Koiguchi. Well done. Looks pretty good. It fits in there nice and tight. Doesn't fall out when you tip it over. You know, you don't jam it in, you won't get it out. That's okay. All right, pretty basic. Here we go on the Kurigata. If we have a look at the Kurigata without the wrapper on it, it's you can see a bit of chipping there. It was fitted, reasonable, acceptable. Doesn't worry me. Okay, bit better shot of that. You know, it's been chipped out when they put the chisel on it. Okay, Shiradomi, loose, pretty standard stuff. Just put a couple of drops of glue on them and they'll be right, you know. Not too worried about it. Here, a couple of shots of me here. Yep, it cuts. Definitely cuts. All right. Big thanks to your Guru Steve for approaching Yao on my behalf and asking, and you know, I didn't ask for this sword, like I said. Many thanks to Yao Hanbon Forge for sending it to me. Would I recommend this sword? Well, it's an entry-level sword. Wouldn't be what I'd choose personally. They're okay. Just don't expect Motohara quality. You know, you're not paying $1,000 for these swords or any more. You know, it's a $276 US dollar sword. It's reasonable. A couple of little things could be fixed better. I mean, Sakar fits tight. Nothing's moving. It's okay.